cold riding that damn bike home this morning. I tell you, it's like 37 degrees. Not a good idea. I'm just gonna do a couple things here. Danny dropped off a step bit, so I'm gonna make my sensor fit. A little bit of a countersink for my gasket. Probably do those 3 holes in the firewall real quick. And then, I don't know what else. Probably film some later and upload this, but just trying to get some footage and keep you guys updated. So I'm going to do that real quick and we'll get what we get. Well, let's see what we got here. This sensor right here. Got some material there to drill out. Not a lot, so we're gonna keep this countersink light as I'll get out. And then I'll build a bracket, but see here? She a no-go. So we ain't gonna bottom this thing all the way out. Maybe we could. I don't know. We'll see what we get here, but I'm gonna run a bracket from here up and over, or right to it, so it bolts down. Should work all right. Get the bird shit out of there. But I'm gonna drill this out right how quick. It's supposed to have another clip on this side, so maybe who knows. But so as far as I can tell here, doing this one-handed. Woo! As far as I can tell on this sensor, the plastic is the second one, the gasket's the 1/2 inch one. So I'll run this into it all the way out so the plastic goes through, and then this will be the gasket seat. So I mean, we'll get what we get. Hopefully it don't fall out. But I'm gonna drill this real quick. So I drilled her down to here, which is a I'm not sure, it's rusted, but whatever, 1/4 here, and with the sensor, and it's just not quite tight, so, or it's a little too tight still. So I'm gonna go up to the next big one until the gasket seats, and then go as low as I can. Maybe it'll fight against it instead of bottoming out and work good. We'll see. And drill a little bit more. So I recessed a little bit in there, and slides in there in the gasket seats, but I think I'm gonna go all the way through and then let this gasket do the job, and then I'll build that bracket. She'll hold. Alright, so I drilled all the way through at 1/2 inch, and rubber grommet gets in there, and it's really tight. So yeah, it's pretty tight in there, and I think it'll air seal once I get that little bracket on there. I do need to buy the little jumper plug from 5.3 to LS3 for the 2.5 bar, but that'll be on its way soon. And now I'm going to mark and drill the holes for the fuel pressure regulator. Pull these brake lines out of the way because they're coming out anyway, and drill my holes. I got my fuel pressure regulator and I marked where I wanted it. I'm going to blast a couple holes in the firewall. So I did find a center punch I bought, so I'm actually going to center punch these so they don't walk at all, and I'll get it on there real nicely. I'll show you in a minute. Alright, so I use a big claw hammer and my center punch, and I got my center punch holes. I'm going to take this friggin' drill, get her in there. think the fourth one. Should probably go look, but we'll at least be cool. Alright, let's go see what size I actually need for these nut rivets. I grabbed a nut rivet. Nobody's ever seen these. They're pretty cool. I'll show you here all in a minute. But yep, looks to be the fourth, which is a 3/8. 3/8. We want to go to 3/8 for these big ones. Okay. Switch hands here. 3/8 is 1, 2, 3, 4. I was right. What are we at? 1, 2? Oh man. That's cool. This one's gonna be really, I'm gonna set the phone down and do this one both hands here. Sorry guys. Alrighty, got my 3 holes drilled. My nut rivet inserts go in. I'll go get the tool and we'll do these up real quick. You got your nut rivet tool. Got your nut rivet. You want to screw it on there. Don't bottom this out in here, just because then you won't have adjustment. But I got one done, so that's what it'll look like. So just hook this in here, and you hold it nice and tight. Squeeze that, and then you want it back out. You're gonna want to tighten this a little bit, and then squeeze again. So yeah, I'll get the last ones done, and then we'll mount that up. This is the hardware that came with the Holley fuel pressure regulator bracket, which is the same thread pitch as my nut rivets. So I'm going to go mount that bracket and then the fuel pressure regulator. Alright, so I got those started. I'm going to tighten them up and mount the regulator. Well, I mean, don't mend the brake lines, those won't be there anymore, but it's a pretty dang clean install. Nice lock washers on the rib nuts. I ain't going nowheres. I got my return line. The 6N will go down into there. It'll chase the 8N feed, which goes to there. And this will cross over and go to this one with a 90. And yeah, I got my vacuum line right there. So everything should be pretty clean. Yeah, I might end up having to drill a hole in the turbo here and getting a fitting for a vacuum stuff, but that ain't no big deal. Chinese aluminum. Heater core lines, I'm gonna get some 90s, come up, and I'll go right down the top of the fuel rail here, like OEM kind of, and then through there I'll modify inside and put them both on this one. Maybe I'll buy one of those fancy bulkheads, it'll look nice. Who knows? But I think that's about it for right now. That's all I really wanted to do today. I got a couple other things I gotta go get done, and that'll be that. Starting to come together, guys. My clutch works. Learned that in the last video. Need to adjust that hair. But that's about all I can do for right now. So, see you later. Dun, 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 dun.